Welcome. In this session, we'll start with some of the major things that have been discussed in Down to Earth edition. The first is the stock century. Now, villages in Etawah, Uttar Pradesh, have transformed their relations with what was called as the painted stork. Now, these painted storks were getting lost in the process of development, and the local population was significantly declining. However, recently there has been an up of 90% survival rate for the chicks. Now there has been a shift in the perception. In the past, it was considered as a value with more of nuisance. However, now it is considered as a pride symbol. So they are provided with abundant fish supplies and better wetlands. However, previously they were not considered good, considering the fact that they are having a lot of noise, or they are creating a mess and damage to the trees and the crops. But with the community action plan, the villagers actually learned the ecological value of the storks. The local monitoring was done to preserve their nests. There was men from the Hargila army who actually led the movement, inspired public, the local people, and then Pakshi Suraksha Sangathan, or the bird protection group, was enabled with cultural integration. There was numerous conservation activities like nest monitoring, public awareness, school competitions, cultural concepts which were laid, and finally this model turned out true. So two of the important projects, one was the greater adjent stork in Assam, the other was the painted stork in Etawah, Uttar Pradesh, and both of them were finally conserved. In Assam, it was mainly led by the women group. However, in Etawah, Uttar Pradesh, it was mainly led by citizen scientists. The next is climate crisis. Now, climate crisis, it is really important to understand that recently Jamaica had a category 5 storm, and that was at a wind speed of nearly 300 kilometers per hour. And according to the Pan America organization, this exposed nearly 2.8 million Jamaicans with the intense winds, which led to nearly 50 lives and numerous displacement. Now, the connections have been laid well with the warming oceans, intensification of the formations for the storms, and then the findings have said that because of the climate change, there has been an increase in the wind speed by 7%, economic damages increasing by nearly 4%. The next is the inequality report. Now again, the climate induced inequalities have gone up. The recent studies have shown that by consumption it's 15%, but by ownership, if we talk about the emissions, they are somewhere around 41%. And the wealthy individuals generate far more emissions as compared to highly emitting nations as well. So there has been historical context where industrial revolution with just 100 companies was responsible for 70% of the industrial revolution, industrial emissions that were there. The next is the nanobody solution. Now this is one of the important solutions for snake bite. In India, there have been nearly 60,000 annual snake bite deaths, which are located in certain specific areas. Now the impact in Africa has been very high, with numerous deaths as well as amputations that have to occur because of the snake bites. Now there has been a scientific breakthrough where researchers would actually inject the venom from 18 different African snake species into camelids or mice. Now they would screen the antibodies, analyze the immune response, and generate the antibodies to neutralize the toxins. And finally, there are 8 specific nanobodies which have been identified. Now these nanobodies are actually penetrating, are not allowing the penetrations. However, they are more effective as compared to the traditional antivenom therapy, because they are smaller in size and they can fight the venom to their very best, because they have the studies from different species. So for example, the 18 African species include the black mambas and the cape cobras, which are considered as highly poisonous species, and this 8 nanobodies would be highly effective to neutralize the toxins from all the 18 species that are available. So this would be a very important step forward for neutralizing the snake venoms. The next is the global resurgence of preventable diseases. Now, in 2025, there was a report talking about the return for the vaccines for preventable diseases across worldwide. In Europe, the measles cases have grown up significantly, rising up to 7,000. In Canada, around 5,000. In US, around 1,500 cases have been reported. Producers in Asia, the cases in Japan have gone up to nearly 72,000. Diphtheria deaths have increased significantly in Somalia with more than 80 fatalities which have been seen. Now the impact is the developed economies and the developing economies have been having the burden simultaneously, but the burden rates are very different, because the developing nations have fragile health infrastructure and the outbreaks are with high mortality. However, in the developed nations there are the spread that is seen, but elimination status has been losing. Still the mortality rates have been maintained down, but again, if there is the vaccine coverage which is reduced, it is detrimental in long run. The next is the analysis of Kerala's extreme poverty claims versus the ground reality. Now we have covered a separate lecture on Kerala getting free of extreme poverty. Now the program has talked about 4 pillars: food security, health, income support and housing. And housing rehabilitation has been done for nearly 64,000 people. However, there has been a disconnect from the real success stories. The vulnerable groups which have been excluded includes the informal sector, tribals and the coastal population. The working poor, indebted and undocumented people have not been taken into account in understanding or analyzing the extreme poverty. And then the implementation managed by self-help groups have been really important to check the climate stress and inequality. Now the next is the campaign which ensures the ORS. Now ORS is the oral rehydration solution. In India, it is considered as a safe and effective way for combating diarrheal or diarrheal deaths. Okay, and then again, Shivaranjani Santosh, one of the very important pediatricians, talked about a terrifying trend where children treated with ORS were not recovering, some of them worsening and even requiring the hospitalization. Now the cause was that the product which are sold as ORS did not follow the guidelines of the life-saving formula as given by WHO, and therefore this was the issue. So it worsened the dehydration, there was a drop in the blood pressure, and sometimes it led to multi-failure organ. If we go on to the recommendations of WHO, the ORS must have a significant proportion of glucose followed by sodium chloride, potassium chloride and trisodium citrate. However, this proportion and this composition was not followed. In 2016-17, Dr. Santosh first observed some treatment failures which was because of non-compliance of ORS. Then he talked about the formal advocacy with letters to CBSE and FSSAI. Finally, FSSAI relaxed the orders to challenge the food business operators, and public awareness campaigns were brought with withdrawal of relaxations in July 2022. And finally, in 25, Delhi High Court dismissed an industrial petition upholding that FSSAI orders were important. Now raising this issue and bringing this to a final verdict has been very important. The next is the forest rights and its conflicts. So there was a legal case in Chhattisgarh which talked about the residents of Ghatbara village. The court actually dismissed the challenge to cancel the community's forest right which were cleared in 2013 despite there were procedural flaws. In 2016 the DLC title was revoked. In 2025 High Court orders were dismissed. And if you look onto the Hasdev Arand, there was a core conflict which was established in the region. There was Ghatbara village which talked about cancelling the forest community rights, and then there was intersection by the corporates and the state interest which was to be protected. but environmentalists came into picture, talking about the biodiversity, the catchment areas, and the democratic rights and the legal provisions that have to be maintained. The next is Earth is in its warmest phase with its temperature rising on a regular basis. 2024 was recorded as the warmest year on record with an increase in the temperature by 1.55 degrees Celsius, which was above the pre-industrial level and therefore considered as a danger mark. So if we talk about the warming trend in 2010, it was somewhere close to zero point 0.8. However, in 2024, it has gone up to 1.5, nearly double of that in 2010. Now, the first tipping point was breached, and this is about to happen in 2023. The trigger point for that has already been set, and coral reefs, which support nearly 25% of the marine life, are being worst affected. India has witnessed 108% anomaly in the long period average rainfall, with 45% recording extreme rainfall events. Also, there have been unprecedented cloudburst in the plain areas. Now, be it Chennai, Telangana, Kolkata, Nanded, they have recorded extremely heavy rainfalls, and this has led to cascading the global risk. So, global warming leading to melting of the Greenland ice glaciers, then the slowdown, which is leading to fresh water disrupting sinking of the salt water, extreme cooling in Europe, sea level rises in the regions of in the regions of east coast of United States, monsoon disruptions in India and Africa, global food insecurity rising. So enhancing monitoring or alternate monitoring is one such way that could be changed. If we talk about India, the record warming has gone up by nearly 0.6% in a period of 1 decade. Also, there has been a significant warming in long term, which has been seen. If we look onto the various projected models, there has been higher emissions which have been reported by various models, and the differential heating, the temperature rise have been very, very high with warmest days and coldest nights. The gap increasing. There are more frequent dry spells, more intense wet periods, which shows extreme unpredictable monsoon conditions with higher anomaly. The mean average rainfall has declined, but there has been a dipole shift where some of the areas have received extremely heavy rainfalls, the other areas have received rainfall deficit. So Rajasthan has received extreme high rainfall, Punjab received extreme high rainfall this time, and the projected monsoon overall was 25% more than the normal monsoon, with heavy rain events in most of the regions of central India, northwest India, which were witnessed. The next is the urgency for the climate crisis under the COP30. The emission gap, if not contained, is projected to rise up to 2.8 degrees Celsius by 2100. So there has been a physical crisis which has been intensifying. The global anomaly, if you can see, has increased significantly. It is projected to go up further. The carbon dioxide levels have been rising significantly from somewhere around 340 parts per million, reaching to 420 parts per million, and there has been a record ocean temperatures. More ocean heating means more monsoon and extreme conditions of monsoon being witnessed. Also, glacier loss, melting of the glacier leading to sea level rise, leading to the coastal areas and the danger and the threat to the coastal areas. There are many nations which are already off track in terms of the nationally determined contributions, and therefore this gap has further widened. The adaptation finance gap has increased for those who are providing it to those who are actually consuming it. Those who are consuming or needing that financial gap, the number of countries or the amount of that money would be very high for those who actually require that financial gap to be fulfilled. So there has to be a global cooperation and renewable deployment as soon as possible. The next is gene edit rice controversy. Now, this has been going through a long time. There have been whistleblowers talking about the genetically engineered rice testing, and then there are questions on credibility. Some of the GM crops include cotton, brinjal, mustard, which have been in news. There have been protocol violations. The varieties, the standard variety performing at 80%, the Kamla, which is a G variety, performing at 85%. Now, GM crops, whether you are inserting genes from other organisms or you are modifying the plant's own trait to use the CRISP therapies, have been important. And then there are issues regarding the various varieties and the future developments on the same. Delhi actually was experimenting with cloud seeding. However, there had been again a failure which was witnessed in the cloud seeding experiment. Cloud seeding again is a very expensive proposition to curb the issues of pollution which have been ever mounting in the months of winters in Delhi. There had been chaos problems where, because of the unreliable models, it was nearly impossible to replicate the same situation. There have been global efforts worldwide for cloud seeding. China had been leading the reports. There have been more applications based there. Similarly, you have UAE, United States, which have been working for enhancing the efforts. However, there was a kind of governance vacuum which was seen in India. There has been a mix of various strategies which have been planned starting 1950s, where indigenous cloud seeding experiments were done. Then through the Project Gourmet, US assisted missions were brought in the drought areas of Bihar during Cold War. Then there were research projects with Indox, Armex and ICARB, which was working with mechanics and atmospheric aerosols. So the basic idea is, with silver iodide being introduced, there is cloud seeding that occurs around it. And finally, there can be a possibility for artificial rain which could be induced. The next is the ethno-medical heritage of Sumi Naga. Now, Sumi Naga tribe has been working with medicines, that is a living library. Now, there are various plants which have been reported based on their versatility, and their uses have been named here. So the list of plants have been mentioned. Now, there have been field visits considered for various villages like Filmi, Vikala, Lita, where these species have been identified, and these species with their specific usage for environment, for society, for medicinal purposes have been identified. So the problem here is a conventional IPR framework must be required to collect the knowledge, then develop the community center legal system, provide the details, safeguard that indigenous knowledge that we have from the various communities, as the case of Sumi Nagas, which have a huge vast reservoir of ethnomedical heritage. The next is in America, the hunger crisis has been ever rising. 40 million Americans have lost the SNAP benefits, and nearly 16 million children were at immediate risk. Now, the government shutdown had been the longest in the history. In United States, the people below poverty line have gone up to nearly 12%. The poorest of 20% households somewhere at around 2%, and the wealthiest of 20% household somewhere around 50%, which creates a significant income disparity and the growing divide. And there has been a rise in food security from late summer 2021 to 2024. Just in 3 years, we have seen a rise in the relative increase from 100 to nearly 150, which has been a significant increase. Now, the expanded child care credits have expired, the SNAP benefits have ended, universal school meals have been halted, which have led to increasing food insecurity. There has been 1 in 8 Americans who had depended on SNAP to support their minimal life, with $6 average aid per person per day, and this amount was used to cover the meals, forcing families and people with disability to make it impossible to get a choice between food or other necessity. And this could serve, if not stopped, as one of the longest Great Depression. However, recently the shutdown has been brought to end. So those were some of the important things that have been discussed in this Down to Earth edition. We will be covering Yojana Kurukshetra and Down to Earth on regular basis, so stay tuned, stay subscribed. Have a wonderful day ahead.